just going to do a little short welcome just to talk about the Digital Skills Academy at Capital City College and our partnership with the Kimolian Academy. So this programme, I met Eleni about a year ago now, and I was really impressed with what she was doing with her programme. And we've been talking, and the programme's evolved into what we have now. So the women that we're working with, that we're supporting, they not only get technical skills and learn about digital tools, they also get mentored by Eleni and businesses. And through our contact with the Central District Alliance and Wayne over there, who is constantly in contact with me and advocates for us, he's connected us with businesses such as Sadara, who have been working with us, and the labs. And I think it's really important to build in as much industry and employer contact into the programme. So the programme has evolved into something that's more bespoke, and it's very much a Digital Skills Academy programme and a Kimolian Academy programme. And we've merged what's good about each of the programmes. So I'd like to say a huge thanks to Lisa for hosting us here today in this amazing building. It's the smartest building in Europe, is that right, Lisa? Or is it the world? When you walk past, it takes your blood pressure apparently and everything. And I'd also, Abdul's not here, but I'd also like to thank the lab's workspaces, which they gave space for the women to meet up and do their projects, which was really appreciated to have that work simulation space. And Sadara, who ran, I think it was 8 enrichment projects for the women, which range from HR, data, networking, and just also being in this building. So a huge thanks to everybody. And we've got some guest speakers out. And again, huge thanks to the CDA, who partner with the Digital Skills Academy. And they're not just partners, they actually really, really do collaborate and support us. We asked Debbie to do a lot, and she always says yes. So that's a true partner. So I'm going to hand over to Lisa. Do you want to say a quick hello? And then we can, Abdul, I've just been thanking you when you weren't here. I'll do it again. I'd like to thank Abdul for all the amazing space and time that he's given the women to work on their projects. They really appreciated it, and they've really used the space. Because they've had the space, they've had to use it. And that means they've kind of got out of their comfort zone. They're not just online, they're actually coming into town, and they're working together face to face, which is really important. And over to you, Lisa. And then we're going to hand over to Eleni. You want to come over? Put you on the spot. Ooh. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Sorry. So thank you all, and really happy to have you here. I'm Lisa Kenny, Head of Client Experience, and it's my job really to bring all of the brands that we have in this building. Sadara is a global consultancy in the built environment. So we have everything from architects, engineers, systems analysts, programmers, cost consultants. So the full plethora of disciplines for the built environment, essentially. And we're truly global. So we have over 21,000 staff globally. But what's quite unique about this building is it's been designed and delivered by us, for us. And more importantly, hopefully with the partnership that we have with the CDA, with Kimolian, with Capital City College, it's really about making sure that all the skills that we have internally are actually of the benefit of the local community, and more importantly, of our next generation of talent. So it's been really insightful actually to meet the team that we've done the enrichment programme on, and we hope to continue over the next however long few years. But it's more importantly about the benefit of having a private, if you like, corporate company that can give that insight to all of the delegates and the people on the programme around what it's like in reality, what the day-to-day is, time pressures, and really in terms of the different skill sets that are beyond, if you like, the technical, all the soft skills. That's what we've kind of looked for on the enrichment programme. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Carlo and Lisa for the hospitality. And without further ado, my job is the MC. Everybody knows that in the program, I always declare what my job is. So my job today, I'm the master of the ceremony. So I'll just make sure we run smoothly and stay on time. So I'd like to invite Kostas, who is the professor of innovation and entrepreneurship at the Base Business School, author of an incredible book, which I encourage you to buy, Purposeful Curiosity. And you know how much of a believer I am on the role of curiosity in being innovative. And obviously, the work he's doing, everything around the way we approach technology and innovation. And he's going to share some of his insights to you today. Welcome, Kostas.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm not very far from here. Actually, we were called Cash Business School, but we had to rebrand. So there are a lot of people who don't know what Base is. Thank you, Eleni, for inviting me. It's great to actually be here. Can you all hear me, by the way? Yes? Okay, so I'm loud and clear. I can also shout. This is what people pay me for. And she asked me to talk a little bit about, first of all, it's an amazing thing today because you're graduating. And I'm always sentimental in those occasions because it's like it's the end. But in reality, it's not the end, it's the beginning. And a lot of people feel that it's the end, but it's the beginning. And what is related to the beginning is what are you going to do after? So the beginning is always set with a question. And I think it's important for us to realize that curiosity is what we should be doing and what we are born with. I don't remember. Let me ask you, do you remember how you were when you were kids? What you were doing in your houses, in your flats? You know, you were always opening the drawers, you were looking at the pots and the pans, you were making noise, you were making everybody frustrated and upset. I can see a lot of you smiling and laughing about this, but you remember. So interestingly, studies have shown that when we were very young, around 4 years old, we asked our parents around 400 questions per day. So this number goes down to 20 questions per day when we are adults. So imagine 400 questions, super annoying, to 20 questions, invisible, right? So when I started this research, I started this because my best friend told me that I'm the most annoying person in the world. And he actually told me, this is 7 years ago, we are 45 years old. You are not supposed to ask so many questions. What's wrong with you? So, and then what happened was that I started this research about finding other people who have the same problem like mine. So why do people continue asking a lot of questions while they're growing older? So, and Eleni thank you very much for mentioning the book. This is one of the best books to buy. No, I'm kidding. So, there are a couple of things that I wanted to say, the highlights. First of all, I will totally encourage you to continue being annoying. Ask loads of questions. So the first thing, be annoying, is asking a lot of questions. The second thing is observing. Observing. So we heard a minute ago about building. So the first thing that I do when I enter a building is I observe the building. So I observe the colors, I observe the material, I observe the textures, I observe how people behave. You know, do they interact? It's open plan. So is it inviting? Is it warm? All these kind of questions. So a lot of questions, a lot of observations. I do this even on the tube. I see a lot of people stuck on their mobile phones. I'm one of these weirdos that don't use their phones. So I'm looking around. So what do people read? Do they read the book? So what is the book that they're reading? What do they wear? I mean, do they look happy? Do they look stressed? So there is a lot of information that we can get by observing other people. So that's the first thing. Stay annoying, ask questions, observe. The next thing is you have to take the plunge at one point. If you want to learn how to cycle, you need to start riding a bicycle, right? You cannot learn swimming by reading the book. So that's why I'm against books. The only book that you can use in terms of improving your skills is my book. So you read my book to improve your curiosity, right? That's another joke. So you have to take the plunge. What do I mean by this? And this is what I like about what I do, because I'm like a cartoonist. A cartoonist does a drawing and then they put it up in the market and they say, will they find it funny or not? And this is what you do, right, with product. The product is about developing something. I have to launch it in terms of getting feedback. So I teach entrepreneurship, and a lot of times my students say, I'm done. You know, I launched the product, I'm done. No, you're not done. This is where it starts, because you have to actually keep it quiet, listen to what the market tells you, and get all this feedback and put it in the next version 2, version 3, version 4. So it's about the iteration, it's experimentation, it's also iteration. Then the third thing is about teams. It's a lot of times we think that curiosity is an individual pursuit. Sometimes it's a team pursuit, right? So what I'm always saying is, what I'm always saying is the following. I have, for instance, colleagues who are telling me, I read this very interesting thing. And you know what is the first response? Great. And you know what happens after that? They get a little bit disappointed because they tell us this, because what is the next thing that they want to do? Whoops. Let me not destroy the smartest building in Europe. So what is the thing that they want to do? Talk about it. And you know what we normally do? They are saying, for instance, I've read this thing and you want to what to say? Great. We go back home after work. You know, our kids, our spouses, you know, our husband, they say, yeah, at work I have this problem. Yes, great. So what is for dinner? You know what is the interesting thing? And these are three powerful words that we never use. Three extremely powerful words. Tell me more. Tell me more about this. Okay. So the tell me more, these three magical words can make a difference between what I just actually gave you and what can really happen. So when you say to somebody, tell me more about this, what do you think magically happens? First of all, you see a smile. People start talking about or they vent about something. And the other thing is that you learn. So they share, you learn. Life is about learning. Life is about, for instance, interacting. And a lot of times I cannot believe that somebody is paying me to learn, right? So that's the best job. Okay, it doesn't pay well, but it's still the best job because somebody is paying you to learn more about something. I was having a fantastic conversation about AI, generative AI. So what is coming next? You're always learning. You go to events, you speak to people. There is always something super interesting to learn. So tell me more. Use this more. I think this is important. So when you go back home, when you're in the office, say to people, yeah, I would like to learn more about this. You know, what triggered this? What did you learn? So this builds also a great element of empathy and understanding. We learn more about each other, right? So imagine people coming to us and we say, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. So what do we learn about them? Nothing. But if we change the narrative, if we change the script, and we say, yes, I would love to learn more about what you do, what you care about, what you're passionate recently. And you know something, all these kind of things change. So while I was quite curious, 10 years ago, I'm not anymore. So we are moving. And of course, there are interesting things that are happening around us that makes us to move. And the fourth thing is something else that I really like is we have to be surrounded by people who are also curious. So we have to create an environment, a culture, where we invite other people's problems and curiosity. So if you look at the literature as well, is that at school, a teacher asks the kids around 300 questions per day. The teacher asks the kids. So what do the kids learn to do? Because everything happens by learning and by repetition. It becomes a habit. So the kids actually learn to answer rather than ask. So for instance, when I teach, I say to my students, so which are the questions that you brought with you in my class today? So what do you want to answer? So what are the hypotheses? What are the problems? What are the dilemma that you have? I think it's a nice point to start. And of course, when we talk about products, we're always talking about the problem, right? So what is the problem? What is the question? So again, this is something extremely interesting. And the other thing that goes back to the first point is the quality of the question. So it's like a muscle. How many of you go to the gym? For any reason, Don't be shy. It's January. Almost all of you should have gone to the gym. This is the New Year's resolution. Oh my God, I need to stop drinking, I need to stop eating, and I have to go to the gym. 1st of February, everybody starts drinking, eating, not going to the gym, right? So this is what always happens. Every year, you see repetition. But the other thing is the quality of the question. So how often do we, for instance, reflect on the questions that we ask? Because a lot of things that we ask, we could get a different insight based on the quality. I'm giving you an example. So I'm sure that all of you are traveling around the world, right? And I'm sure of you that you're checking out and what the person who actually helps you with their checking out experience asks you. So how was your stay? Right? Has it happened to you in the past? Yes, some of you are nodding. A lot of you are afraid to give an answer. That's fine. You don't know me and I don't know you. You should be afraid of academics. Academics are monsters who live in a castle. So sometimes they move away and move out of the castle like me today. So, but the interesting is that this is a bad question. I was in Boston. I was checking out, and the person who was asking me this, he was like, "So how was your stay?" And she was like, "I was there. It was okay." So what do we normally respond? How was your stay? It was okay, right? Fine. Was the worst experience, but we said fine. And sometimes we do it because we are culturally programmed to be polite. Sometimes it's the wrong question. A better question is, what could we have done to actually make your stay better? By asking that question, of course, they said that there are always things to do to improve our experience in that particular hotel, right? Or in the performance appraisal, or in the review, the line manager is asking, do you have any challenges? And of course, the poor person is going to say, I don't have any challenges, right? I'm great in what I do. What I want to do is to get more of these kind of things, get promoted, get more money. But if the line manager was saying, so what kind of challenges have you faced the last 6 months or the last year? Again, it changes the conversation. So what is the conversation? As a line manager, I understand that there are challenges. I also have challenges, by the way. And I create a culture where all of us have to share all these kinds of problems. So what is the point here? And I go back to the first point, is that we can improve how we ask questions. I'm a big believer of collecting questions. So Eleni wants to kill me. Do I have 1 minute or not? I have to. Okay, great. So I think I will take less time. And the last bit I want to leave you is another thing that we don't say. Hi, I'm Kostas. I'm a professor, and this is what I do. Which means when you say hi, who you are and what you do, what do I want to get out of it? So if I introduce myself, what am I doing? Again, people are looking at me like I'm coming from another planet. Start the connection. So what happens when you start the connection? Reciprocate. You introduce yourself, a conversation starts, right? And there have been a lot of studies which are not about the career or business networking. It's more about relationships. And they say that people who ask questions, for instance, in a date or in a party, people who ask questions are perceived from other people as warmer and more attractive. Right? How does this happen? Yes, this is true. I wish I knew when I was 18. Now I know. That's why a lot of people found me unattractive, because I wasn't asking a lot of questions. But what is the thing? When we ask questions, what happens immediately? So if I ask somebody a question, what happens? They're engaged. So what happens? Relationships. So what happens? Connect. People? People want to be heard. So people want to be heard. And if I'm authentic and genuine, I want to actively listen to what they have to say. So, and I would like to leave you with this bit. Oops, again, I'm going to destroy the smartest building. So I want to actually leave you with another thing. Somebody who is curious can never be arrogant. There is an element of humility because they always ask new questions. So you cannot be arrogant and curious. There is no way, right? There is a way. I mean, if you don't believe that this thing will take you somewhere. And the second thing, somebody who is curious, they actively listen to other people. It's not like I'm asking you a question and then I'm going, yeah, let's see what is happening here. I'm thinking about dinner. No, no, no. I'm here. What does it mean? I'm present. And a lot of times in the things that we're discussing, whether it's about product management, research, experimentation, talking to consumers, talking to users, it's about asking, but more importantly, it's about actively listening. If I'm honest with you, I don't have a special talent. My talent is that I listen. That's it. When you actively listen and you make notes and you go back, you can find a lot of interesting insights. So let me stop with this one and actually reiterate the point. I know that there is some networking after. Say more highs to more people. Okay. Thank you for your time and thank you for having me. Again, congratulations to the graduates. Thank you, Elena. Yes, take the mic.
Wow, that was very inspiring. I certainly felt these two words so much resonate. And I hope you'll be enjoying a lot of curiosity that the groups have demonstrated over the past 12 weeks, because they've been asking a lot of questions and they've been observing a lot. Next keynote speaker is Debbie, who is there. And Debbie Ackerhurst is the Chief Executive of Central District Alliance, who has been immensely supportive of all the work we've done. And she'd like to share a few thoughts with you. Debbie? I'm gonna get this.
I've got to get this to fit now and stay on. But yeah, firstly, thank you. It's fantastic to be here today. And I know all the graduates, I met you virtually on, was it Wednesday of last week? The weeks go by so quickly. So it was fantastic to meet you all virtually last week. It's good to see you all in person today. I think, you know, when we were first approached by the college to kind of help and support with this this program, it was a non-brainer for us. It's kind of, you know, in terms of Central District Alliance, what we deliver under our kind of economic and social programs, it's key to what we do. The employment skills and training agenda we're really passionate about right across the bid. So yeah, for us, it was definitely the right thing to do. But I think, you know, these types of initiatives really embody the power of collaboration. You know, it's a shining example of what we can all do and achieve when education providers, industry leaders, local government all come together, and that's what's needed, and we need to do more of it. So with that shared vision, you know, we can empower individuals, we can create the opportunities, and we can support inclusive and actually I'll go on to, you know, economic growth as well, which the government I know talk about a lot at the moment. So we're really proud to be part of this journey, but you know, this is very much about you, but our amazing partners that have already been mentioned. So Lisa, you know, Sadari have been absolutely fantastic. Abdul has already been mentioned from labs, the amazing charity Dress for Success, who I've worked with over a number of years, and we've got Juanita and Sam and Barry here today from Dress for Success. The Kimolian Academy, who I've only just been introduced to. So as part of this, it'd be great to take that relationship forward and work with you more in the future. And of course, Carlo from Capital City College Group as well. I think this is probably one of the most inspiring courses, programs that we've done so far, to be honest. So let's hope there's lots more of them. But really, to the graduates, this is about you. It's about celebrating your talent, your perseverance, your determination over the past 12 weeks. Hopefully it's gone really quick for you and you've really enjoyed it. But you've shown what is possible, you know, when you're given opportunity. I'm not going to speak much more because Juanita is going to say a few words from Dress for Success, but what I wanted to say that this moment is just the beginning. As we've just heard, this is just the start of your journey. And it'll be really great, you know, to keep us informed, let us know what you're doing in the future as well. But hopefully what this has done is given you those tools that you need to go forward. You know, whether you're launching your own ventures, whether you're contributing to cutting edge projects or even inspiring others to follow in your footsteps. You know, you're now part of a growing movement shaping a more inclusive and innovative futures. So congratulations once again to you all. Really looking forward to hearing more about the work you've been doing. We're incredibly proud of what you've achieved and we can't wait to see what you accomplish in the future. So from me, from all my team at CDA, thank you very much for being part of this journey. I think it's been fantastic and hopefully you think it's fantastic too. So I'm going to hand you over to Juanita. Take this little thing off.
Get this on first. So I'm going to take the advice and say hello and introduce myself. first and foremost. I'm Juanita Ingram, and I'm the founder and board chair for Dress for Success. I want to introduce our new executive director, Samantha, is here, and my vice chair is here, Barry. And we're just excited to have been part of this. We're really excited because we partnered with Sidara, worked with Debbie and CDA for many, many years. And I will tell you that partnership matters. It matters because at Dress for Success, I like to tell people we dress people from the inside out and dress women from the inside out. Everybody thinks about the dress and thinks about the attire, but what we do is workforce development, a lot of interview skills and interview training, and the things that really matter and make a woman successful. But what we are is tribe. No one succeeds in a bubble. No one succeeds alone. We all need somebody to come alongside all of us. And so we're very proud not only to be a part of the journey, but proud of all of you and the journey that you're about to take and have taken and everything that you've already done. As you can hear, I'm not originally from here. I'm from Tennessee. I sound like a scene out of Steel Magnolias. But it's a pleasure to be back here. I actually flew in this morning. And it's a pleasure to be back here in a time where, you know, this year, the theme for International Women's Day and Women's History Month is Accelerate Action. And so what does that mean? What is the action that we need to take? The action that you have taken, which is to continue to matter. The presence of female talent and women talent matters. It matters now more than ever. I just left a country where it's mattering, seems like less and less, but it still matters. I may not go back. You may see me hanging out. Now, I have kids and a husband. I have to go back. It's fine. But in this climate, the global climate that we're in, female talent and women talent matters more than ever. So the action that you need to take is the continuation of pouring into self. I've accomplished some things in life, and people ask me all the time, how on earth did you do all of that? One was to recognize the season that I'm in. Don't challenge yourself to think that you have to do everything all at once. There's a season for everything. And then two, to never forget about yourself. So I like to tell women all the time, think of yourself as an incorporation. So I am Juanita Incorporated. I pour out into a lot of people. I'm a mother, I'm a wife. You know, I do a lot for a lot of other people. And when you pour and pour and pour, you become empty. But don't forget, every single day, ask yourself, what have you done for Juanita Incorporated today? And it may be small. It could be large. It could be a small thing. Sometimes when I was, you know, my children were really small, I showered. And that was a big accomplishment. I felt really accomplished to take that off and to do the small things, but small or big, to make sure that you're pouring into yourself every single day, every week. Don't let 2 weeks go by that you haven't thought about the trajectory of your career and where you want to go. So that's what I want to leave with you today. We are very proud to be here. Thank you so much for having me and for having us. And I'm just proud to have gone through this, through the jet lag, and I'm here. And I'm proud of all of you. Thank you so much. Oh, sorry. Yes.
Thank you so much.
No worries.
That was so lovely. Okay, so I think I'm not doing a great job because we're not staying on time, but hey, you're gonna have to bear with me, as they say. So I think it's the uplifters. Am I remembering the schedule? Okay, so we're gonna call the uplifters to come up, and obviously the case study we gave to all this group of women was to figure out ways, of course, technology enabled, to help women to prepare for their interviews so they look good and feel good. So all you're going to be seeing is all the ideas they've come up with, and of course they'll explain it better than I do. So uplifters, if you want, you can come up, and I will. Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone.
That's not meant to play now. Okay. So, okay. So, starting first. Okay. Guess we have a clicker.
Thank you. Can I just check it?
Oh yes, I took your microphone. No, it's fine. Yeah, no, it's good. We're all good. You're ready to go. I think, ladies, if you can switch that way to the camera. Great.
I just want to. Oh,
Does it work?
yeah, it works.
Amazing.
Hi, everybody. Hi, I'm Maxine, and we are Uplifters. And I'm presenting to you Wardrobe and Words, empowering women as they prepare themselves and enhance their confidence for interviews. So, can I ask you a question? Have you experienced this? Question, by the way. Have you experienced this? You've got your job interview, you're super excited, you're smiling, you're on the phone, and then panic, questions running through your mind. How you're gonna prepare, what you're gonna say, which website are you going to go to? All the questions will run through your mind. Now, we've done some business research initially, and our initial research has told us that 95% of employees consider a candidate's appearance. 79% of women experience a lack of confidence in professional settings, which includes interviews. And 37% of British workers find dress codes biased. Down. That one, yeah.
Good afternoon. My name is Evan. During our journey, trying to explore wardrobes and words, we interviewed women from 10 different countries across different professions. And also during our interview phase, we focused on the UK and just had like informal chat, which the approach was just storytelling. For example, tell me about your interview journey. How did you prepare? How did you feel? And it was just a bit open-ended questions. But moving on to our survey, as a group, as we went along in designing the product, we further felt we needed to incorporate women from different backgrounds, professionals, employed and unemployed across all over the world, just to perfect our product, wardrobes and words. Our storytellers were women returning to work. That was our focus. As time went along, we got to interview unemployed graduates, and also we tapped into the neurodiverse and individuals with physical needs. According to the British Fashion Council, there are about over 16.1 million people living with a disability in the UK. And often surveys across fashion, only 1 in 6 is actually involved. But as a group, we also discovered that it took us longer to interview these individuals. Some of them needed assistive technologies, so we had to incorporate using the job centers and women centers to actually carry out our research. So there was a language barrier with people with disability. We couldn't bring the ideas to life, but assistive technologies came into play. As I said, the samples of our interview approach was through storytelling. It was unstructured. We wanted to give that woman a voice and a sense of belonging to be part of our product.
So here you are, you're in your room, you have your interview. What am I going to wear for this interview? What are you going to wear? Now, our customer explanation, our initial one, told us what women want. They want to look professional. They want to show their personal style in what they wear. They want to spend less time on clothing and more time on the interview, preparing in other ways. They don't want to be overdressed. They don't want to be underdressed, and they want to look and feel confident. So our solution we're proposing to you today is called Wardrobe and Words. It's a platform that helps women feel confident about their interview outfits through community sharing and feedback, providing a gallery of clothing, sharing clothing ideas so that they can grow in confidence and be in a safe community space.
So to echo what Max has said, we wanted to create a gallery of real-life examples of outfits. Yeah, it's jumpy. So we wanted to create a gallery. Is it? Oh, is it working? Okay, that's great. Oh, sorry. Is it better? I'm a little short, so I like to just move over to the side. So yeah, we wanted to create a gallery of real life examples for women that weren't quite sure about what was appropriate to wear, so they had a better understanding of norms in just normal interview outfits in their workplace. And once they had a better idea of these norms, we were hoping they would get some outfit ideas as they made a decision of what to wear, and ultimately inspire confidence in their choice. So we decided to come up with this set of, I think, solutions with these features. So we wanted to make sure that people could browse a different set of a gallery of outfits, filter them based on job title, location, body type, be able to view these outfits and learn about the personal stories that goes behind the outfits, as well as share any of their own outfit ideas to other people. So drum roll. This is the solution, we came up with. So we used this AI tool called Lovable to create this little site that we had. So this is a gallery of outfits as well as stories. And you can see here, if you click on, I keep clicking backwards, one of them, the outfit itself, as well as a personal story of what motivated somebody to wear that particular outfit. So if you go back to the main screen, you can also see different ways to sort these outfits. So kind of like by popularity, who likes these outfits. You can save outfits as well and see the ones that you've saved. You can also filter it by location in this case, as well as, I think, job role, as well as body type. Finally, people can share their own story, and we really encourage women to do so. So click on that little button, you go to a form, you can upload a picture of your own, as well as, fill out details. And in this case, I think even tag it with like your own different labels. So like power suit in this example. And when you're done, you'll see the outfit appear in the gallery. And you're able to, of course, edit your own outfits, delete your own outfits as you wish. So yeah, I hope this gives you an idea of the solution that we have. And I'll pass it to you back to Evan, who will tell you about how we validated this product idea.
So we had a product in mind, but how do you design a product without the user in mind? Because the ideas can come to life, but initially it mattered more to the women we were working with. So during our product testing and product design, we allowed these women to be part of our journey, to have a voice and say, how did you find the app? What were your experiences? And we got different views. And one thing we learned is that on this journey, if you deliver a product, be able to teach that product. So during the survey, we were like, I can't get through the website. We had a user in Australia, and then Shuli tested the website, the VPN connection, and then we gave the user link to go through the survey. So in terms of engagement, we asked the customer, these women, are you willing to share ideas on the app? Are you willing to like or put a comment? And 82% came forth and said they were willing to engage with this with the app, and 72.4% find the app very useful. As we tapped into people with neurodiversity and a disability, they were also part of this survey. And during the journey, we discovered that these women were not supported with just technology as a whole. So our app brings these women to life where they can share ideas, use all the accessibility tools on the website or on their mobiles, or either way they engage. And we asked them what they desired and suggestions to perfect our app. And also, we asked them, can you define what it means? Can you define what confidence means when you pick up a wardrobe and attending an interview? And everybody redefined what confidence means to them. It could be wearing bold colors, comfortable clothing, but then you could wear comfortable clothing, but the panel could perceive you as not looking professional. And also, texture of clothing mattered. And we had a lawyer within our users for the survey, and she said she relied on a carer to choose her outfit. And she said the app would be good for her because she can actually go through the wardrobe and words and see what it was. And she was blind. Obviously, she was using assistive technologies. So we were able to tap into a market which is quite diverse, and we're creating a community, a diverse community. Oopsie.
Everyone, it's Naveen here. I'm excited to share the future of Wardrobe and Words with you. We have some great ideas to make your experience even better. We plan to build an AI agent that will provide instant styling tips, feedback, and support. We will also add a virtual try-on feature so you can see how our outfits looks on you in real time and feel confident in your choices. We aim to create a community hub where you can share ideas, get honest feedback, and celebrate achievements together. You will also have access to mentorship and feedbacks from experts, and we plan to promote sustainable choices with second-hand clothes, rentals, and ethical brands. Finally, we will offer global reach with outfit suggestions for different workplaces and interviews around the world. Wardrobe and Words is here to empower women as they prepare and grow their confidence for interviews. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Tanya. I'll be talking about monetization and USP. To monetize the platform, we'll be doing business-to-business partnerships with clothing rental platforms, small to medium businesses with main focus on women-owned businesses, where we do connections with these clothing companies and access to discount and commission through sales, specifically and special discount codes for users of the app. We'll be doing business to customer partnerships with priority access to discounts and sales, and where the user can submit their interview date and on the platform, and based on that, they'll get special access to sales around the dates of their interviews. We'll also be working on digital marketing, so in-app advertising, affiliate advertising, fashion blogs advertising, where they'll be posting about our platforms, definitely social media with LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and QR code. Our main unique selling proposition is a community of women supporting each other in their careers and job search. When you link your interview dates to the platforms, you'll get all the stores and brands offering sales, which brings the users back to the app. And the ideal outfits recommendations are usually in an efficient and timely manner, which helps the users as well. And when the users can upload ideal outfits as well as their own outfits, which creates a storytelling aspect to the platform where they can talk about their experience and brings back the community feel of the platform of women supporting each other in their career. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Alia. So today we're going to go to look at the project learnings. We are almost ending the presentation. In terms of interviewing people, we realized that all of our interviews could trigger emotional situations, and that has taught us a lot in terms of our asking questions. We know how to ask the right questions. We know how to tap on the pain point of the users. So those will be very, very useful for us in the future. And we realized that there is a challenge to create a respectful community using the app. But this is a social media, so a freedom of speech for everyone. Hence, we realized that we will only put like button and we don't have any comment or dislike button for now. That is our approach in terms of how to make it and ensure it is a respectful community. This is a summary of AI tools that we have used throughout the course. We have Wizard, Perplexity, Canva, Miro, ChatGPT, and Lovable. Most of it are our first time to use it, and that leads to our group reflections. The technological learning curve to integrate AI into our workflow was very challenging, but once we get the hang of it, it becomes very, very fun and interesting. We realized that our diversified background with different level of understanding leads to innovative solutions. And then the team structure was adjusted with new team members during product development, which is I was an additional to this team, but I realized that communication and support really helped me to bond well with the team and eventually create this app together. So being adaptable and embracing new change actually drives collaboration. It inspired me to think more and be more curious about what I can do in future. So we would like to take this chance to thank our mentor, Roy, Eleni, Kimolian Academy, business partners, and everyone to make this possible. Without all of you, this wouldn't happen. So thank you. Lastly, feel free to scan our QR code for our app, Wardrobes and Words, Future Women's go-to space for interview outfits. Thank you.
It's blazers now, right? Or is this
I suppose so.
luminaries?
We are
Oh,
blazers.
Oh no, no, tile. Sorry, I'm confused. Yeah, I think now it's time for Hawa. And sorry, it's my moment to lose it right after the fire alarm. Okay.
Okay, hi everyone, I'm Hawa, and I want to start off with two words. What if? What if your outfit was the deciding factor of whether you got the job or not? You're sitting in the waiting room and you're thinking to yourself, what if my top is too low? What if my skirt is too short? What if I'm not dressed appropriately? These are all questions that we ask ourselves, especially women. I mean, I don't know if you guys ask yourselves the same question. Me personally, I've stood in front of the wardrobe on so many occasions and I've just spent hours sometimes looking to see what am I going to wear. I mean, today I've literally turned my wardrobe out because I was trying to find something to wear today. So I'm sure a lot of you can resonate with that as well. Just like Maria. So Maria is an example of a woman she's 35 years old. She's a single mother and she's returning to work after 5 years career break. Like many women, she is looking for the outfit that's going to create the great first impression. So she's looking for some advice, some support, some career confidence to get back into the workspace. So she's gonna approach companies like Dress for Success. Because Dress for Success helps women who often face challenges. I don't know if you know this, but 68% of women actually find it difficult finding something to wear for their interviews. And 72% of women actually have confidence issues when they are approaching their interview. And also 55% of women would actually like support with their styling attire, but they just don't know where or how to go about it. So I don't know if you know this, but again, I'm Hawa and I'm representing the luminaries, and my superpower is creativity. And I feel that I've brought creativity to this project. It's helped me to adapt and also maneuver within problem solving. So our team decided to focus on women in tech because we felt that this was a good target segment to focus on. There's a growing demand for women in tech and there's a high potential for it to increase. However, we're still very much underrepresented in this sector. So to find out why this is, we chose to interview several women and have conversations about what their desires, their needs, and their pain points are. Some of the women described how daunting it is even just thinking about an interview, about what they need to wear, the constant questions, the possible discrimination, especially for diverse women, and also the fact that they just really don't know how they're going to be perceived. A lot of women explained that they would really like companies to be more open and communicate their dress codes. We gained these insights by doing, obviously, interviews and creating interview snapshots to really focus on what they were looking for. And then we took it a step further. We created customer journey maps to really understand what their needs are, how they're, and really understand their emotional state of mind when they're going through this process, from choosing outfits and also the interview process. And then we created an opportunities for them to find out what they actually want and need. And then we created story maps to try and find out their process of how they would begin to choose their outfit, and also trying to find out their insights from the assumptions. These interviews and this whole process actually confirmed a lot of statistics that we found out. I don't know if you know this, but 59% of Black women fear discrimination based on what they're going to wear and their hair. Also, 27% of ethnic minorities feel that they have to conform in order to get that job, secure that interview. And 56% of neurodivergent people are actually fearful of how they're going to be perceived in their workplace, and even before that in their interview. 48% of women from a lower socioeconomic background also really struggle with trying to find the right clothes to wear. And 77% of hiring managers actually have a dress code, but they do not communicate this. So what is the solution? We thought of creating an app to empower women to dress for success. And this is called Career Closet. It's a mobile app that would be AI powered, which would combine styling advice and career mentorship. As although these two things exist separately, they're actually not combined. The app would have several features: an AI stylist to recommend clothing based on the interview type and the body type of the woman, a virtual try-on so we could see what it looks like on our bodies, shopping integration so we can find out where we can get these outfits from, and a community platform, because we as women, we really do value support, conversations, and advice. We also feel that, especially for women that have taken career breaks, that confidence can sometimes be lacking, and also a career development hub. So we are constantly growing, whether that's from the interview or within the job role. Now, this whole process has taught me a lot about patience, especially using the various AI tools. I was having a conversation with one of the ladies and explaining how the UX experience itself, trying to put it together, is so frustrating. So we really had to adopt a level of patience, and also empathy. I think empathy is one of the most important qualities throughout this whole process, because you're having conversations with women, you really need to get into their mindset and understand how they feel, the choices they make. And I feel that when you empathize with somebody, you're actually trying to understand what drives their decisions, and then you can actually create a product that they're going to use rather than what you think that they want. Validation as well. I think sometimes we validate our biases by we can validate our biases by actually talking to people, and sometimes we find out that things that we thought are not actually true. And collaboration as well. This is another very important quality, because you just can't do it all by yourself. So to end, if you'd like to scan and check out the app, really appreciate it. And I want to thank all the women who helped push me through this project, because it was super, super intensive. Thank you.
Okay, so this will be our next presenter will be Eva. And we're trying to keep the time, so we're going as best as we can.
Okay, hi everybody, I'm Eva, also from the Luminaries. So our group made two projects and I will present you the second one. So our goal, the goal of our project was to empower women to enable them to have better interview experience. Why? First, we needed to focus just on women and what's so special about women. Of course, we are still, unfortunately, living in the men's world. It's changing rapidly. And that's why we focused on what's so different between men and women in terms of preparation. So what's so special about women? So we need to think about hairstyling, about the makeup, about footwear, and of course selecting the appropriate outfit. Especially women are used to wearing maybe feminine clothes and dress differently than men. So it's a special kind of challenge. So we conducted interviews, 10 interviews with women 25 to 45 years old from different countries. All these women were educated and in jobs. So the target, it was a different group than Dress for Success would need. So we actually found different, we got different conclusions than maybe the other teams. So our objective was to develop a product that genuinely addresses the needs by identifying users' desires, challenges, and pain points. And of course, this was achieved through open-ended questions and active listening. So what happened after our user research? We found out that 100% of our interviewees never purchase clothes solely for the interviews. They primarily use neutral colored clothing that was already available in their wardrobe. And the goal is to strive a balance between professional appearance and with their own personal style. So one of the most important findings was that women wanted to be themselves during the interview, not to, these women we interviewed, not to comply to other people's expectations, but just feel confident in their own skin. Because what was more important to them was how they match with the job. Do they have skills and experience and knowledge for the job role? And they didn't pay much attention about how they looked like, because what mattered to them was to look like themselves and to share who they really are, and not to tick all the boxes and just fulfill expectations they think others may have. So their challenges turned out to be different. While searching for a job, lack of alignment with the job requirements or company's culture, because nowadays companies have unfortunately generic job descriptions, and most of the times they copy paste from each other. The other thing was the encounter unprofessional and superficial recruiters that weren't listening to them well enough, that didn't know about the industry they were working in, and that were basically a bit maybe underqualified. And they had difficulty showcasing relevant skills for the role. Some of them had problems with self-confidence. They didn't want to be overly self-confident and try to fit in that role of a woman in a men's world. So what were their needs and desires? First, the most important thing was to connect with companies that have values similar to their own, and also to be sure about their career expectations and the way they can grow while working. So it wasn't just about getting the job, but getting the right job and getting the opportunity to go further and to make the other thing was to identify job opportunities that leverage their unique set of skills, because we all want to be best in our jobs and companies want us to be the best. So matching with the right companies and getting the right job opportunity not only can mean a lot for us as individuals, but also for companies, because a more value we bring, more successful the company will be. So we can grow together. And that was actually the most important thing for our interviews and also for some HRs we talked about with. So the third thing is what I already mentioned. It was a chance to confidently express their authentic personalities, because when we are ourselves, we can just you can just get the best out of it. So I'll read you just the 3 quotes from our from the women we interviewed. I really believe that everyone is different and unique, and you cannot have the unique if we all answer the questions in the same manner. Then how will they decide, right? Then Tatiana said, so it's not only that I need to impress you, but you also need to impress me to be a good match. If it's not good for me, it's not good for the company. And the last one, it's about making sure you connect your content with yourself when the interview finishes and you're like, okay, this was me. So it was really interesting to me to discover how these women were confident, because I worked on other projects where women were very insecure and had so many barriers. And then I interviewed some of that people, women again, and I saw how their self-confidence grew. So the solution was to develop a simple and engaging platform that matches users with suitable companies and career opportunities. How can we do that? First, it's important to foster a culture of transparency, where both candidates and employers value honest and accurate representation. So personalization is number one thing. The second thing is to encourage recruiters and HR professionals to give detailed and precise job descriptions and move beyond the generic postings. Leverage AI to match candidates with companies that align with their goals, presenting them with relevant job opportunities. And the last thing is utilize AI to aggregate and synthesize company reviews from different platforms such as Glassdoor, LinkedIn, Reddit, Quora. So this way the companies and employers can match properly. What value? Sorry? 2 minutes. So what value will this software, what would it bring for companies? First, in case workforce diversity, attract more qualified candidates, can drive meaningful impact, and reduce time spent on the interview process. So meet smart match, a platform designed to connect women with the right companies and career opportunities. This is how it can look like. So you build your own profile. You choose the sector you want to work in, and then you have option to chat with the recruiters and connect and arrange a meeting. So we tested our assumptions. Mainly candidates would sign up for the service and even pay, but employers would only 60% of employers would sign up for the service because they maybe don't see the value yet. And but what was good that 100% of those 60% would pay for the service. So who would find value would pay. Funding, 3 ways of funding our software. So monthly or annual subscription model, commission from companies upon successful hires and match candidates, and also tiered subscription models for promoted companies, Diamond, Platinum, and Gold. And thank you for listening. Smart match, because you can.
Thank you. We have to make sure we stay on time because we had, okay, Annie, you can come up, and then we have 2 more presentations and we'll be done. So.
I'm delighted to introduce you.
Sorry.
Okay. So Annie,
I just wanted to say one word. Yes. So hi, I'm Annie, and today I'm representing Team Blazers, who are not here at the moment because we are all spread around the world. We have, as you can hear also in our presentations, we are basically from United Kingdom, United States, Argentina, and I myself flew here from Berlin to be here. And yes, we would like to introduce to you our project. And without further ado, thank you, Eleni.
and to clarify, Sylvia obviously lives in the UK, but is currently in Argentina. So.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us. I'm delighted to introduce you.
Thank you for joining us. I'm delighted to introduce you to Team Blazers, which consists of Natalie, myself, Brooke, Sylvia, and Annie. Our first task at hand was 1, to get to know each other, and 2, to really figure out how best we could work with each other and utilize our many skills. We're located all over the globe. We span from the United States down to Argentina, over to the UK, and Germany. So we battled many different time zones. This meant we needed to utilize a number of tools to stay in touch and keep all of us abreast of what we were doing within the project. We utilized Slack, Microsoft Teams, WhatsApp, and of course Miro to really communicate and keep the project moving. So what did we start to define? We went after empowering women to dress for success with technology. The mission of Dress for Success is to help unemployed and underemployed women achieve economic independence by providing no-fee programs, development tools, and professional attire to thrive in work and in life. Before we really could start tackling this, we needed to define who our persona was. Who is it that we are looking to create this product for? We started with a few different age groups, and in the end, we decided to go with a pretty broad stroke as far as age group of 25 to 60. We narrowed that down then to the higher educated, those who have graduated college, gone on to further degrees. With that, you tend to be very ambitious. You have a clear career goal. You have the ladder or a position you are trying to focus on and go after. And on top of it, you tend to have a very busy lifestyle. You have family, you have children, you have lots of activities outside of work. You're juggling a number of things. It also means you tend to be a white-collar worker, you're technically savvy, and you're looking for ways to work smarter, not harder. And if this isn't something we can't all relate to, I know myself, I can. You're juggling multiple things. You're always trying to push yourself further and not burn out. What were our assumptions going into discovery? A few of them were really that clothing plays a vital role in boosting confidence during our interviews, and that we put significant effort in place on preparing outfits, hair, makeup, our outward appearance. We know that the world around us really adds pressure on women to prioritize this. Whether or not we like it, it is the society that we are growing up in. As we started to really dig into our interviews, we as a team, we held 17 interviews. We asked 340 questions, and we really wanted to dig in and get the story of each of our interviewees so that we could find out individually what those pain points are that really helps define where we get to help women feel more confident going into interviews. Some of our findings really were around wanting to feel less nervous, wanting to look more put together, wanting to know the culture, the environment of the workplace that you're going into, wanting to know how to answer the tricky corporate questions, and needing to find a suitable environment if, let's say, you're not in person and you're doing a Zoom interview. Compiling all the information we found and through those many interviews and hundreds of questions we asked, really what started to highlight for us was the confidence issue, the confidence and anxiety management that we all look to control in interview situations. Balancing our personal professional lifestyle, really showing who we are and what makes you unique and why the employer wants you, which then led you to wanting to feel more organized, feeling more prepared going into these. And in the end, choosing what you wore, we found from our interviews wasn't a top priority, wasn't the biggest issue. And it really led back to that confidence, feeling prepared, feeling organized, and showing really what you bring to the picture. And now I'm going to pass it to my teammate, Sylvia.
Hi, I'm Sylvia and I'm going to be guiding you through our work in the ideation and validation stages. In the discovery stage, we established that job seekers often feel unprepared and anxious before interviews. So to fix that, we decided our solution is to focus on 3 main points: an organized journey that's accessible on mobile, personalized content and help from AI assistant, and a guidance for career. So let's see how others are addressing this problem. We see many apps, many companies in the market offering solutions, and some of them are great. They help you organize, they can give you some career advice and company insights, and of course AI that is everywhere. But none of this is really all integrated in one place. We think that there is a gap in the market for an integrated, comprehensive solution. So to illustrate this problem, I want to share with you a story that came out in one of the interviews, but it also resonated with me. I've definitely been in that position before. Phone rings at work and you know it's one of those recruiters because you have been applying to a lot of roles. But of course you don't recall all the details. So when the recruiter asks you what are your salary expectations, it's just the worst, panic. You don't remember at all. Is it on the high end? Is it on the lower end? You don't even remember the range. So you just throw out a number and you just hope for the best. That's really stressful. But the problem is not even just that, is that you might have undersold yourself. So this is a problem that comes with a disorganized job search, with information scattered all around, in job sites, in emails, messages. Sometimes you don't even know where else there is something else there. Where are the details? When you need them, they're nowhere to be found. So like in this example, this lack of access leads to missed opportunities. To solve that, we have created Job Genie. We decided to provide a one-stop shop for all your application needs, plus guidance for career progression. But before I will tell you more about all the little and amazing features that we have created for this app, let me show you how we validated this idea. Let's have a look at those numbers for the addressable market. We see 61% of professionals that are considering switching jobs. We also see that the combined workforce is around 200 million people, for US and UK included. But not just that. Millennials, Gen Z, they're changing jobs at a faster rate than ever. 30% of all workers are switching jobs yearly. These numbers are telling us that we have an estimated addressable market of 60 million people per year. With our revenue model, this means that a potential lifetime value for the customer is between £12.99 and £72 per customer. We clearly see potential here, both in the consumer side and the business side. For the consumer, that would mean fill that gap in the market for that comprehensive solution we talked before. And in the business side, we see employers, recruiters, training providers, all these can benefit from highly targeted ads. Our monetization strategy is then building this two-side approach, freemium for users and tier pricing for advertisers. But we need to validate this revenue model. We need to get a feel of how much the customer is willing to pay. So to explore these free versus paid options, we used Lovable and created this landing page to gather feedback. This is going to be crucial when we're shaping our final pricing strategy. So now back to the corporate side. We also use Lovable to create this landing page, in this case to showcase the advertiser opportunities. And we should know that the corporate client is going to love the influencer ads. These are expected to have high reach and high conversion pair. Steve? So by the end of our ideation stage, we believe that our idea isn't just an app, it's the future of job search.
Hello, I'm Annie and I would like to show you the build part of our journey. What tools we used to make a prototype and to learn more of product management techniques. So as you see here, the most tools that we used are Figma, Wizard, Lovable, ChatGPT, Gamma, Canva, Fireflies. All of them we used in different ways. Figma was used mostly for creating prototypes, and Wizard and Lovable were serving as an inspiration for our ideas of how to actually bring things together. We also used ChatGPT, Gamma, Canva, and Fireflies. On the next slide, we can see actually what was the web of our decisions and connections in between inside the prototype, and you can see a lot of work in progress as well as ready to be seen connections and screens. And now I want to introduce to you the prototype itself. Hello and welcome to the prototype of Team Blazers. Here's the app that we have created, or rather the prototype of the app called Job Genie. And here you can see the main screen with the dashboard of the applications which the user has put inside the app for easier tracking. You can see different applications, you can see their ratings according to the user, you can see their statuses, is it interview scheduled or waiting for decisions or just applied. You can see information about the company, the type of position, the core skills, salary, and contract data, and so on. If you go inside each of them, you can also see more information. You can see also the contact, which is saved in your address book and can be used later on also as a card showing when someone calls you, if you see right away with the access to the app where and who is calling you. You can also see something here which is different from other apps, which is the AI helper, which is the core functionality of our app that we want to provide. So by clicking here, you can see tips for CV and tips for cover letter. What's interesting is that AI makes analysis based on the information about the company and based on your CV/cover letter and suggests you specific things on how to improve those. You can also, of course, go inside the company information and read more about the company. You see your recent applications, you see corporate news, reviews from former employees. All of this information is taken from the internet and from the public sources that you can find all the information in one place, as well as financial information, which might be relevant for you as well. What's interesting as well to see is you can, of course, add new application. You can select different status of application. If you say you have interview scheduled, you can actually say which date and which time and the link and so on. You can also say if you have application sent, you can have reminder to follow up the application in case you don't have response for a long time. Basically, that's the main features. What you also can see here is you can find here my application documents, which is CV and cover letter. You can upload another files, which will be then analyzed by AI as well and used for tips how to improve those documents based on specific company. You can also search for specific applications, and basically that would be the core functionality that we would like to provide. Thank you very much for your attention, and here we go with the usability testing of the prototype.
Hi, I'm Natalie and I'm going to take us through the test phase of the product restaurant. What we did here was we actually took the app to a bunch of potential users and asked them for some feedback on the different features that we had in place, feedback on the customer journey, the UX, the UI, and see if it would work for them in their day-to-day lives when looking for a job. So one of the first bits of feedback that we got was, I already have different ways that I apply for jobs and track them, so I would like to be able to integrate that more into this. So I would like to be able to use Indeed and click to add that particular job to my Job Genie profile, as well as different ads on LinkedIn or jobs that have been applied through something like Monster. Now the good thing is these platforms already have available to the market where we can leverage those to be able to integrate into Job Genie and really make it part of the economic landscape of job applications. Further feedback was given around the user experience. Our readers wanted it to be a little bit more immersive, motivational and fun, and with a name like Job Genie, this gives us the ability to be able to give it a sprinkle of magic genie dust. So we would like to incorporate things like animated confetti, personalised congratulations when particular steps of a job journey have been completed, to encourage people to have confidence in moving towards the next step and really feel a sense of achievement throughout it all. After all, gamification in-app is a great way of increasing dopamine, which in turn increases somebody's confidence and reduces anxiety. We also got feedback around the actual visualisation of that job journey, as it wasn't very clear. There is quite a linear way of applying through a job and going through an application process, which we've tried to replicate in app, but there is definitely some work to be done around how we visualise that to the user, how we make it more intuitive, and how we get them from completing their profile all the way through the roadmap to landing their dream job. There's different ways that we could visualise this, and so user testing would definitely be needed to get the right one. Hyper-personalisation was also another key part. After all, a job journey is a very personal thing, and there are ways that we can make it more personal to our users. We could probably start with a dashboard when they log in. How many jobs have you applied for? How many people are you waiting to hear back from? And be able to click through into those numbers and complete the actions that would take those to the next step of the journey. You might also want to follow particular companies if you want to have a top 3 that you would love to work for and want to be able to see when they upload jobs, as well as provide job matches when your skills are matching skills outlined in a particular job specification, as well as be able to highlight you maybe need to get a qualification in this or do some training around this because we see this as a skill gap for the jobs that you are applying for, and really utilise AI and technology to incorporate some more of this hyper-personalisation. And finally, talking about AI, there are lots of opportunities for us to actually enhance the AI capabilities. So where we see that an interview is actually scheduled, we could have some AI-powered interview preparation going on in there to really help boost confidence, give people peace of mind that they know what they're doing. Skill gap analysis we could use AI for as well, as talked about in hyper-personalisation. And rather than scrolling through lots of different reviews like you would on Glassdoor, we could use AI to summarise those reviews and say, this company, lots of people have commented on the culture being great, however the salaries maybe not so great. And then talking of salaries benchmarking, we could use AI to look at whether or not the salary being offered for that particular role and that skill set is good. Is it above market average? Is it below market average? Is it worth your time? So really just encourage our users and make sure that they get on the right job at the end of it. And that's it from us. Job Genie essentially empowers women to stay organised, builds their confidence and helps them land their dream jobs, as well as reshapes how employers and job seekers connect with the help of AI and a touch of Genie magic. So in order to make these changes and get our app out of prototype and into development, we would be looking for an investment today of around £500,000 for a 2% stake.
To the Kimolian Academy, to you, Eleni, thank you very much. Also to our mentor Simonetta, and to all those people who share their knowledge with us on the sessions to learn new tools. So thank you very much, everyone, and it's been a pleasure.
I know. Thank you. It has been actually a lot of people contributing because it's not just the people you're seeing. There's a lot of mentors from the US and the UK, and there's a lot of women who have graduated who come every Friday to teach all these incredible tools, which, as you've seen, these women have been using consistently. So, being flexible and adaptable as we are as product managers here and innovators, we're going to focus on the last presentation so we can do some networking and get back some time. So this will be our last session, I think, for today, unless, yeah, because I think we're going to be running late, and you'll see catalyzers have created a super production as everybody else. So so this is the final team, Team Catalyzers, and we have with us Mona and Kelly, but obviously Teresa, Jackie, and Eliana are on the live stream, and we will have their videos. Eliana is right now in Peru. Teresa and Jackie are in London, but they couldn't be here today, but they are watching as we speak. Without further ado, welcome Team Catalyzers, and thank you so much. I will be here to play your videos as promised. Of course, yes.
Hello everyone, we are Team Catalyzers, as Elaine mentioned, and we are presenting our product, a wardrobe for jobs. So we're going to start with a video from Eliana. Sorry.
That's okay, there we are. So this is the Eliana video. Okay.
Job interviews are already stressful, but choosing the perfect outfit shouldn't add to the pressure. Many women, in particularly those from a different culture, struggle to find something professional, confidence-boosting, and appropriate for the industry role without spending extra money or creating waste. What should I wear? Will this outfit make the right impression? Does it fit the company culture? So many fashion blogs, stylist recommendations, but for her job interview, many questions, but no clear answers. That is where Wardrobe for Jobs comes in, an AI-powered tool designed to help women find the perfect interview outfit for the industry role and with clothes they already own. The job interview went really well. She felt comfortable, she felt empowered and professional, and she saved time and money and made the most of her own wardrobe. During the last 12 weeks, our Team Catalyzers has diligently applied product management methodologies and AI tools to guide our product development and focus on a user-centric approach. To facilitate our communication, we have used Miro and other AI tools like ChatGPT, like Perplexity, Otter, Phantom. We have used Gamma and Canva to develop our presentation, and Lovable and Figma to develop our prototype. At the beginning of our journey, the understanding of your squad framework revealed resilience and creativity skills of our team, and passion for tech product development. We have been in a journey of discovery of our talents and strengths. This has been a transformative experience that has taught us a valuable lesson about the importance of care and trust in each member of the team that led us to create what we're
Thank you. Hi, this is Mona. Let me introduce our amazing dream team to you. We are 5 women with totally different superpowers, from teaching to coding, from architecture to banking and finance. Oh my God. We took a moment to reflect on valuable lessons we've gained from this amazing course and journey. For some, it was about collaboration. For others, it was about understanding what product management truly entails. And also we learned a lot of exciting tools, and as well as limitation and a limitation and power of AI. So we are here, and let me say something. Eleni challenged us. Sorry, let's dive into discover and define a phase of our product process. Eleni challenged us to discover and address this, help a woman prepare so they look good on their interview. But why? Because a survey shows that 75% of interviewers they've rejected candidates solely based on how they dressed. So we started by analyzing competitors and trends across sustainability, technology, economics, but the real insights came from talking to over 20 inspiring women, and many told us we wanted to look professional yet authentic, and but worried about local norms, and even sent late night outfit selfies to friends for advice, because to their mind, feeling confident in what you're wearing is like wearing an invisible cape. So as most of our team weren't born in the UK, we chose to target women from abroad, and understanding what challenges they face when interviewing for a job in the UK or even or even Europe. Imagine this: you are full of talent, dreams, ambition, but that first impression at the job interview, it's nerve-wracking. We are passionate about helping these women to feel confident, comfortable, and true to themselves, because when you look good, when you feel good, you shine, and the magic happens. From our research, we created a persona. Meet Catalina. She's just moved to the UK, and she's looking for a HR job, and wants to make a great impression, but worries about standing out for wrong reasons. And how can she strike to the perfect balance and look likes? She blinds. This is where our story begins, and trust me, it gets more interesting. Thank you.
Thank you, Mona. The interviews revealed that many women find selecting interview outfits a daunting and time-consuming nuisance, especially the younger women. So how did we go from interviewing women to designing an app which takes away the pains of dressing appropriately for job interviews? Well, our approach was user-centered and interactive. We use snapshots of interviews to create affinity and user journey maps in Miro. These enabled us to identify common pains or opportunities. We then proceeded to score these opportunities based on the needs, market size, and the competitive landscape. This gave us the key opportunities, such as: I want to select from clothes I already own. I need clothes that fit the role and my personality. I need to find a balance between professional and comfortable. With these key opportunities in mind, we explored the features our ideal app must have. We brainstormed and developed our ideas on Mira. ChatGPT helped us to narrow down and pinpoint the ideal features for our app. The ideal features are AI-powered app, easy to use, takes and analyzes job profile, photos of clothes, and generates suggestions tailored to job and wardrobe. To feel confident that our app will work properly and be desirable, we tested the important assumptions we had made during the ideation process. We gathered insights from our targeted users using surveys and our prototype. We also compared the features with our competitors in the market. Returning to competitor analysis, we compared the features, pricing, platforms of our app to those of our competitors. This revealed a gap in the market and our unique selling point. While many apps provide general AI-driven outfit recommendations, none focuses on helping women select the best interview outfit for clothes they already own. This would make our app one of a kind.
Thank you, Teresa. So this takes us to the delivery stage. We decided on our product, an AI-powered tool which generates outfit suggestions with the user firmly in mind, from body type and style to the job they're interviewing for, even with the choice for them to use their own wardrobe. Oops. Which brings us to Wardrobe for Jobs. Now, thanks to AI-driven software development tools such as Lovable, we were able to fairly quickly build a prototype to bring our ideas to life. Firstly, the user is talked through the steps to create their outfit suggestions, and then they'd be asked to log in or sign up so that they can save their outfits and photos for future use. Now, we knew that our interviewees were concerned about the way their outfits would fit their bodies, and they want to keep their personal style. So users will be asked some questions so that the outfits generated are truly tailored to them. Now on to what makes our product unique, the interview-specific focus. Users will be given the option to either type in a sentence about the role they're interviewing for, to be analyzed by AI. For example, I'm interviewing for a junior marketing manager role at Bloomberg in London, or answer a few questions about the role, like the industry and environment. And we'd also ask some questions about things like seniority and location. So we decided to allow users to firstly generate outfits based on just those questions that they've answered, and then give them the option to further personalize it by uploading photos of their own clothing and create suggestions based on those, so that they could save on the cost as well as the environmental impact of buying whole new outfits. We thought that this flexibility could help to increase adoption, as we knew that while many of those we asked said that they would be willing to take the effort and time to upload photos, others weren't so sure they would in the moment. So based on our research, we anticipate this to be a free-to-use tool, so we came up with some ideas of how to make it profitable. Firstly, we could use targeted advertising. We'd receive a lot of data from the user about their personal preferences as well as their area of work. So we could show them adverts which match the type of clothing they already own and like, as well as adverts from jobs boards or potential employers from the industry they're interviewing for. We'd also look at affiliate marketing. Whilst we'd hope that women would use what they have in their wardrobes, we know that sometimes that's just not possible. So users, after they've generated their outfit suggestions, they would be given sponsored suggestions to buy clothing or accessories that they might be missing. We thought we could also partner with organisations that offer job seeker support. For example, we could work with those that offer an interview clothing allowance and assist job seekers in selecting suitable outfits from their budget. Having spoken to so many wonderful women about developing this product, we would hope that we'd have 3 key areas of impact. Firstly, to help women feel empowered and ready to face the challenge of interviewing in a completely different cultural environment so that they don't feel fully thrown in at the deep end. Secondly, to help them make sustainable choices, to use as far as possible what they already own and not contribute further to fast fashion. And finally, to save not only money, but time. We all know that preparing what to say is probably the most daunting part of the interview process. So we hope that Wardrobe for Jobs could take out the mental strain of deciding what to wear and let them focus on nailing their interview.
Okay, I think we'll end on this note. I think it's the right time to, we had more things planned for the agenda, but because of the alarm, I think we'll try to close here. And thank you so much, everybody, for your patience and your support while we have been disturbed. Carla, I don't know whether you want to give the certificates or.
Amazing idea.
Yeah, not.
Now I've seen you on a weekly basis here and now. I've seen the amount of work gone into it, and you should be very proud of what you achieved and the AI tools and the digital and knowledge that you gained. In one of the board meetings I had actually, after within that meeting, one of the employers did say that if they would recruit someone straight away who knew how to use tools around digital marketing. So you're already kind of ahead of the game in a way. You're already using those tools. And so yeah, I'm just immensely impressed with these young days.
We have something to give. So you want me to? How do you want to do it?
You say it, and I'll hand it out.
Yeah, so I'll take the ones that are not here, or maybe their team will do it. So for Naveen, maybe somebody from the team can come to pick up. I'll put it on the side. Okay, so Naveen, Tanya. So I know who is here.
Congratulations.
Well done. Thank you so much. Oh, we have to be in the. Oh, right, sorry. Go in the frame.
I'll do this.
Yes, please do. No, it's okay. Thank you so much. Sylvia, you're in. It's here. I have it for you. Congratulations, Sylvia. Congratulations. Yeah. Elana is also in team. So Elana, I have yours. Thank you so much, ladies, for this incredible work. Eva as well. Thank you so much. And I'm sorry I had to cut you earlier. Amazing. Okay, Jackie, here you are. And yeah, I hadn't watched the video. I have to say I'm speechless and so impressed.
Good spaceship.
Maxine, oh, thank you so much. Here, you actually started the evening and bravely recovered from the fire alarm. And Hawa, who did an incredible job as well. Thank you so much, Hawa. Amazing. There you go. Kelly. So well done, Kelly. Thank you so much. Aliyah. Well done, Aliyah. Thank you so much. And Suli, there she is. Well done, Suli. Thank you so much. Mona, there she is. Well done, Mona.
Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you.
And Eben. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
There we go. Okay. Okay, I think we're